In today's video, we unbox the latest expansion for Mansions of Madness by Fantasy Flight Games, Path of the Serpent. This is the newest expansion for the very successful Mansions of Madness line, 2nd edition. It is part of their Arkham Horror line of games. There are a whole bunch of different games of varying lengths and styles, with Mansions of Madness being one. They also have the living card game, the Arkham Horror 3rd edition, the newest Final Hour. So they have lots of different within the same theme by Fantasy Flight. One of the great things is, especially if you are into the Mansions of Madness, this is the line that has all the miniatures. So if you do like some of those other games by Fantasy Flight within their Arkham Horror series, these are a good one to pick up because you can very easily incorporate a lot of the miniatures here into those other games to help bring them to life. Let's go ahead and flip it over and take a look at the back. We can see a quick little verbiage, some lore on here. It lets you know that you do need to have Mansions of Madness, the 2nd edition, to play. One of the things that I do love, of course, they do have their proprietary number system, but you can always go in here to find out what sizes of these sleeves they are. So if you are interested in protecting your games, you do know what kind of sleeves you would need. This is recommended ages 14 plus for a player count of 1 to 5 at a runtime of 2 to 3 hours. Yes, these are long running games, but they are so thematic and so great, you will not be disappointed. Additionally, it gives the contents of the box and what you have coming. And then, of course, a little brief overview of what is in the box right there. Mansions of Madness, Path of the Serpent. Welcome to the jungle. For all its primal beauty, the thick trees and lush greenery of the jungle conceal many perils. Unrelenting heat, limited supplies, and sharp-toothed beasts would be enough to drive any intrepid explorer back to the comforts of civilized society. Those that survive these ordinary dangers are rewarded only with more challenges. Cursed idols, trap-filled temples, and long-forgotten gods await any who would dare to uncover them. The Path of the Serpent expansion sends investigators into the unexplored wilderness of the Amazon jungle. Investigators must discover ancient secrets and lost civilizations. Stop a serpent's curse and explore vine-covered, crumbling ruins. In 3 new scenarios, battle horrifying serpent creatures, face stone monstrosities that come to life, and beat the ever-present danger of being lost in the jungle forever. The investigators will need to fight tooth and claw to survive their expedition into the forgotten reaches of the world. Well, this sounds like it's going to bring a lot of danger and peril to the game of Mansions of Madness. I am looking forward to it. Let's go ahead and crack it open and see what is on the inside. There we go. At first glance, we have the rule sheet for the game. And one thing that it does not have is well, here you go. We have the components. I was looking for images. They just have a handwritten list of components over here to the side. Not a big deal, but I do like to see, a printed version that makes it a little easier to check to make sure what everything is. But of course, being that this is a long-running game, this is like I think maybe the 5th expansion for it, you probably have an idea of what things look like. It also looks like with this expansion, their main ancient beast is a multi-part figure, so that will be interesting, where you will need to assemble that guy. Talks about the additional rules, the new puzzle for the game, and what is very nice is they have a frequently asked questions section on here, where they've already recognized that some things may come up, so they've given you those. Very useful. And the credits, and once again your sleeves. So let's go ahead and take a look at the tiles. Let's open this up. All right. So we have the new big tile. Oh, and that came out great. Hallway chamber 2. Very cool. And you can see it even has the appearance of going down a slope. Very cool. Some new little people to put in. And then some new different types of barriers to cover doors and what have you for the different scenarios. Here we can see the back and their back. Oh, that's kind of interesting here. We'll get to that one. Ruined hut. Oh, that's cool. This one right here has custom Indiana Jones scenarios written all over it. And this is the one I just found very interesting. Huh. Dead trees, 1, 2, 3. You must have to interact with those. Oh, and you can see how the light's coming in on different sections. The potential there is awesome. Loving it. And here we have upside down. That would help. There we have the next set of tiles. Now, if you're unfamiliar with Mansions of Madness, this is one of those games that does use an app to help you control everything. Very cool. It especially helps with unboxings, so you don't have to worry about spoiling anything, really. Interesting. Again, these must be kind of like where we have in the smoke and stuff. Must be have vines or something for this one. That's very cool. Nice, scary bridge. And then some more of those. Same. And a temple stairway. That's kind of interesting. And then again, some more of these. There are a bunch of these. These must pop up quite a bit. Now this is what I found interesting. As you can see with the tiles, how they're all different on the different sides of it, where this one goes with the river. Very interesting. As you can see, like this one splits it down the center. Same thing with this one, another river. Huh. Interesting. And then that gets us through those. Next we get to all of the cards, all of our bases. This looks like the investigators and small. So where is, there he is, the big guy hidden under the box. Go ahead and break all of this open. Take a look. Oh. Up first we have the large ancient one. And it looks like two smaller. These guys look different, separate. All right, come on, focus, work on me. There we go. It does have a few spots I'll have to, do a little bit of cleanup, like right there. But I'm liking a lot of this. The chain, oh, see, that's a shame when you have this kind of a mold line that goes, that'll be a little more difficult to clean. And then you'll need to do some maintenance right here, put some gap fill for the head. But for the most part, it looks pretty good. Got two of him. And then we have the big ancient one. Let's see if we can dry fit this together. And you're gonna go here. And then, nope. There we go. I'm gonna go there, there, and there. Okay. There he is. The new big bad. Dry fit all together. So there will be a good bit of gap fill that we're going to need to do. A lot of cleanup, being that he is all separate. Yeah, see, like especially right there on that one. That's going to take a good bit of green stuff, good bit of work. But for the most part, I like the scales. Here we'll have to do some cleanup for some mold lines and everything right there. And here they have the mold line kind of following the scale, so that's not too bad. That should clean up fairly nice. Nice mouth. Very cool. Next we have the smaller figures. A winged serpent. Very interesting. Come on. One of our investigators. And one thing that you'll notice as we're getting through, as you start to collect Mansions of Madness stuff, the miniatures definitely do start to improve from the base on into the different expansions. Let's see here. And then some of these guys. And here we can see his spear is pretty well warped. That is okay. All you need to do is the water bath treatment, where you get a thing of hot water and a thing of cold water, stick your mini in the hot water, bend it back to the appropriate position, and then stick it in the cold water, and it'll set it in that new way. I like his scales. The mold line runs down the center. Shouldn't be too bad. And there we go. The Last Investigator. For such a small miniature, she has a pretty nice face. And then, of course, 2 more of those spear guys and 1 more of the winged serpent. Very cool. Stick you off to the side. You off to the side. Now let's take a look at our cards. Once again, we are back to having the blue dot to represent that this is the English version. Poison effect. Fearless. A couple of those. Then the new Insane. Minor infected wood. Skinned knee. Miners. Very cool. So that is the latest Mansions of Madness in all of its miniature glory, with its new large figure. Here we go. Well, I hope this helped you guys to decide if this set is something you would be interested in, and if it was something you would want to purchase for yourself, being able to see all of the components and all of its breakdown. And until next time, guys, see you later.